Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermore. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support from our dear sponsors over at IndieCD.org. Yes, the Independent Creator Directory, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, musicians, creatives. Basically, if you're looking to shop small, this is the place to go. That needs to move. Okay. Sorry, guys. If you want to join their erstwhile members and have a place where you can be hosted as a creative and not have to worry about the ins and outs of politics and bots and algorithms and AI and all these shenanigans that are kind of looming over there, consider getting an account with the Independent Creator Directory. Back in the days of old, we had a thing called the Yellow Pages. You could flip through and quickly pick what business you wanted to reach out to, contact people by the subject that they're about. The Independent Creator Directory works the same way. So externally, your clients can find you and all you do, because when you're a diverse creator like myself, you run into things like, okay, I'm a streamer, I'm an author, I'm a game designer. I'm in all these overlapping fields. But many times, even though I do a show 4 times a week, 3 days a week, guaranteed, with usually a whole lot more, people still claim that they can't find out about me. So now I have Indie City. You go here, you find out where my show links are, you find out where my art can be found. You can find out where my books are published and where they're going to be. Good things are coming. And most importantly, you get access to the community calendar so that you can find out what conventions are worth going to, what conventions are worth working as a vendor, and what conventions maybe we'll discuss that don't go so well. It's a great opportunity. And for a low $40 fee, one time, you can join this group. No, none of this monthly subscription shenanigans. Joe doesn't roll that way. The other thing you can do is by using this code podcast1, you can get half off. Well, for the first 100 people, and those slots are filling up really quick. So please, podcast1, indiecd.org/SLD equals and Tockert. That's me. This gets a little bit of kickback to me to help keep the lights on in the shenanigans that is my programming. Now, we are also made possible by, one moment, sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you learn how to use a sword so that you can kind of be a little bit more of the main character in your life. Learning the sword completely reshaped my entire world, and just about everything that's good that I have in my world has come directly through my pursuit of swordsmanship. We're also made possible by my assorted fiction books, which I will be making a whole bunch of new ads for in the near future, including Hanson Hellfire, a wonderful story of one boy who's being pursued by the forces of darkness and the folks that stand against it, all the while on the backdrop of a supernatural feud and a news rivalry. It's a great story. There's violence, there's horror, there's comedy. There's chapter 20 with apparently one little line that has driven Dawn up the wall. Please read this. Now, it is Friday. Let's get into accountability. First and foremost, I look angry. I look angry because I am. I'm having one of those mornings where everything has kind of not been where it's supposed to. It has been a very Monday Friday. Part of that being the fact that the top of my cap, I have a crowned tooth, broke. So I have another sharp piece of metal sticking up, slicing my tongue when I pronounce certain words. So I may appear a little harsher than usual. The other part, and goes into my accountability, is that Wednesday night at a little after 8, I had settled down to be in the back room for the Burning This Yarn, and there was a knock on my door. Apparently my next door neighbor's house had severely caught fire. Those who are around know. The firefighting effort by the Richmond Township Fire Department was phenomenal. They were heroic, and they saved my house. I say this because they literally had their backs against the wall, trying to keep the fire from jumping across. And while they were successful in keeping the fire from jumping across, it actually melted parts of my siding. So I get to deal with that. But their efforts went on actively till about 4:00 in the morning, during which time they had to bring out essentially stadium lights, and there were drones flying around checking the roofs. And because one of my windows was open, I had the light of a drone essentially peeking into my living room. It made for Wednesday night into Thursday to be very, very stressful. And they were still at it to the point where Mandy had to take Thursday off because we could not get out of the car, our home, for all the emergency vehicles that were still stacked in the morning. My neighbor is okay. We are all okay. The house, it's the same house that caught fire before. He'd been working to rebuild it after the first odd fire and a second fire erupted. So it is currently being studied, and is considered at this time a suspicious fire by the Benton County Sheriff's Department. This made my sleep a little difficult. Thursday night, I had the pleasure of working on and running the game for the Benton County Library teenagers. It was a blast. It was great to see Alec. It was great to torture Alec a bit because, you see, I'm going to impart wisdom on you, my dear duckies. If you're in an RPG and you are playing, it is wiser to unsarcastically and to not sarcastically poke the DM. Poking the DM while he is dealing with those issues is a great way to have beloved characters and NPCs meet hideous and horrible torment. Now, to those of you who are concerned that I damaged beloved Alec's psyche by destroying their much pursued Garb the Guard, no. They were not destroyed, but they were put in suitably thematic horror because peril, ironically, which I didn't get to reveal peril yet. Anyway, because my young players, and bless their hearts, wanted to court with the forces of darkness. They wanted to think, well, what happens if we go evil? And as there's a vampiric wedding in the works, your dear beloved GM, DM, and otherwise other titles with M, so GM, DM, SM, and that's Sword Master on the last one, WM, Weapons Master, decided that they should have a view of what a vampiric wedding banquet looks like. This may or may not have involved mildly scarring elements that I am not going to fully go into, because while it was appropriate for the channel, I'm appropriate for the scene, it is not necessarily appropriate for this broadcast. So Garb is alive as of that session and is doing pretty well, actually, except for the mental scarring because, well, these things happen. Will Alec's party be able to save Garb and get out alive of the high-powered vampire wedding, or will their members be silly and do things that get them devoured by the forces of darkness? I will update you later, but writing and tweaking a scenario does take time, and a couple hundred to 1,000 words. That is a thing that happened. So I did do a lot of writing and a lot of work, but not for my publications. Well, all that is going to go, or versions of that is going to go into Dusk Falls over Ravencleft Gorge, and then the Raid on Castle Solitaire, the sequel. I'm tweaking and working on those. I just had to convert a few other things over. Great game stuff is in the works. Also, folks, keep an eye out. There are some updates floating around that are popping up rather randomly. With that, I do want to get into the show. I do apologize if my speech impediment is a little worse than usual. I'm talking around basically a cookie cutter that is sticking up from one of my teeth. So please bear with me. It also has affected my sleep. So like I said, I am just a touch cranky, a bit spicy, if you will. But that is out of love, and I'm still doing this program. Okay. Yes, Mandy was doing some work on my background, delightful as it is. I will be continuing to do work to get this stuff cleaned up. We just had a dispute. That's why the random reappearance of the tractor. Okay. I don't own the image of any of that. I will be putting other things up readily. Now, with that all being said, I think it's time we listen to Joe talk about the opportunities to get with indiecd.org. And then after about a minute and a half, we are going to get to your comments. Because while I am fascinating friends, especially on a Friday like this, There's a lot going on. You're even more fascinating, and I want to see what you pull off. So I will see you in a minute and a half. All right. We love Independent Creator Directory like we love Joe Bauchman and all the good folks who were broadcasting last night. I know there was a lot of excitement had, but let's get into your comments to find out what's going on. I'm only starting at an hour and a half behind in comments, roughly. First through the door is Bladed Thesis. Good morning, Thesis. Well, looks like I'm the first one here today. Yes, you were. And Foxy says, only because I'm lurking. And Thesis says, while Foxy appears and Foxy pounces. I'm glad you guys are having your Pokemon roleplay early in the morning. Don and Carlina is stubbled and yawning. Well, you won't be yawning long. Hello, dear. We'll get you up. And we got greetings. And Josh Koepp. Good morning, Josh. I hope you're having a good one, sir. I hope everything is going great for you. Morning, Josh and Donna. And we've got more greetings. And hello, Carl Witzman. And morning. And hey, Carl and Dawn. Speaking of, the people who had sent me things like the green room, not the green room signs that you guys had made, due to some kind of computer shenanigans, I can't find my copies. So I would really appreciate if you would resend me the overlays that you have. Thank you. If not, I'd have to bring them up through my other account and try to screenshot them and clean it up. It will be a bit of a pain. So I do appreciate you guys doing whatever you can. Hey, Donna, and accountability. I put fewer commas in that greeting for Donna's taste. I was a little concerned about your lack of Oxford comma. And yes, Monday I go in and I get my tooth repaired. I just keep trying to cut chunks out of my tongue. More accountability. Bad night last night, up late, need a nap before tonight. Oh, I bet you do, but I bet you're looking forward to it. Good morning. Oh, hello, Grant. You're on time for once. It's much appreciated. Did Josh come in? Yes, he did. And I'm sure Don will say anyway to Josh, which I forgot to do. Hey, Grant. Hey, guys. And my Kickstarter is going well, guys, says Grant. Thank you to everyone who has supported it. If you haven't yet, please check it out. And today is the last day to save 15% on Lulu using code Notebooks15. Thank you for that. Where's that link, Grant? Yes, bit.ly/Beowulf Trade. And Foxy says, morning to all who snuck in while I was in the kitchen. And we've got lots of greetings because I need to kind of get caught up. And on the good news front, my sister just sent a text to me that one of her friends is writing in Uncle Carl for president. That's sweet. This is Nick taking a breath. I have not gotten to watch the presidential debates. They will have little to do with my opinion on the matter, but, and this will shock you, some viewers, it is possible to run a program that is not about politics without including your politics. So we're going to keep right on trucking. I'm still awake, says Dawn. I did some stretches. My back is sore, but it hurts so good. LOL. And from that massage, yep. Nothing like a good massage. I know I would love to go see my chiropractor in Valpo again and get, absolutely have my joints rendered like a cooked chicken, but I can't. And I also found out recently that, and I don't know how long ago it happened, my podiatrist is deceased. And as that is one of the two men responsible for me not being in a wheelchair, I have taken the news a little rough, but we're getting through it because that's how we roll. L sounds, if I'm not very careful, are the ones that get me in trouble. It's going to be a show, guys, but we don't stop the show because we've had some minor things. And let's see. I tell them not to hold back because my back is tough, LOL. Live in 24. Did we just have a time warp? There were some minor technical difficulties. We are working on, like I said, we got going. Like I said, a lot will be in the works. She said it was one of the tightest backs that she'd ever work on. My muscles are trying to protect my spine, but in reality, they are causing other issues. No, not the green room for all you delightful folks who are taking that inappropriately. When I have my signs or I make some new ones, I will put those up. And yeah, I miss my massages, but the Wisman dude does a pretty good job. Good morning and happy Friday. Good morning, rock and roll art goddess. How are you, my dear? I still am moving ads around, but we have been promoting you fairly diligently, and your ads will return probably next week. Since you haven't been here, I had to move my account to a different StreamYard account to better streamline into Joe Bachman stuff. But it means some of my stuff did not get moved where it was supposed to, and I'm still fighting my way through. But I am really glad to hear from you, Kat Rothamel. I hope you are feeling some relief. I hope your back is doing better, dear. And thanks. When I'm president, I will have to hire out the massagers for you. I won't have time. And Kat, happy Friday! Everybody's greeting Kat because we all love Kat. Takes off earphones so Nick won't wake me up. Wake me up inside. Still waiting for Nick to show before I drop the like. Look, I'm sorry about that. Hey, he's holding his like hostage. I'm not surprised. Hi, Kat. And I am sorry for the late start. Haha, I dropped my like and then the show didn't run. I want to make sure that counts. Don't let YouTube have any excuses to take it away. And Trelana says, walking into a meeting, but wanted to drop my like. Love y'all. Have a great weekend. You too. And Trey and the infamous Cat, or is it more the famous Cat, or is it more infamous? Famous. She is a delight. She is unassailable on a level with Dolly Parton in my universe. She is that important. See you later, Trey. Hey, Trey. Have fun in your meetings, Trey. Coming in tonight, Trey. I have news. Hi, Trey. Hey, Nick. Okay, Donna, put your say to put your phones back on. Ooh, news? Weird news about weird people. Not the cat yet. Oh, thanks, Carl. And we will be there after Nick's evening show. Yes, my program on the other network, the Historical Fencing Guild, will start at 8 p.m. And we'll go till about 9. And then I may visit a certain green room. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting day. Cool beans. Happy Friday, folks. Hi, Foxy. Hi, Blade. Nice to meet you. And do you go by Blade or something else? Thesis goes by so many names. Most of them are Chinese. You pick one and you hope for the best. We'll know who you mean. Holy freaking crud, Cat is here. Isn't it delightful? Which means I ought to recharge my tablet up. Yes, you should. Wonderful artists deserve respect. Hey, and Thesis explaining his naming conventions. Hey, Chris. And hey, Chris. And hey, Chris. Hello, everyone. And sometimes I call Thesis pet names, but he's my hubby, so I can do that. Thesis is just plain cool. Ouchie, Nick, be careful. Thank you. I'm trying. The show must go on. I'm just going to be very careful with certain consonant sounds. Foxy, well, she's amazing in her own unique ways, despite her shyness. Absolutely. And now I'm blushing. Holy moly, the fire was worse than I had imagined. Is the neighbor and his cats okay? Okay, on the subject of cats, he no longer has cats because due to his time when he was incarcerated and the shenanigans that were issued to him by his brother, I took it upon myself to rehome as many of the cats as possible, including keeping several myself. And a large number were rehomed to the hospice old folks home, where they're doing therapeutic work right now. So no animals that were supposed to be there were injured in the making of that. He had, from the effect of the first fire, moved into a outbuilding where I honestly don't know if he is still residing or not. And his situation is a little dubious back there. We've done everything we can to help him. As soon as I hear from him again, I will do what I can. But I currently don't know if he is going to be able to stay on the property with the situation being as it is, or if he will be forced to relocate. I'm not sure yet. Beyond the sunburn. Yes, I'm blushing beyond. At high dawn. Glad you're home and safe, and that you and your family are safe, Nick. Yes, thank you. By the way, Spicy Nick was fun last night during Stupid O'Clock. I'm glad you had fun. Where's Alec? Hiding? Perhaps he is in mourning. Not in mourning, but is suitably chastised, as were most of my players, because, well, let's just think, anybody who's read Haints and Hellfire has a glimmer of what I can do when I am in the mind to inflict some horror on some lives. And I will say this, I was elegant. I was on. Thursday night, I did wonders to those poor children when it came to the horrors of the dark side, and made them completely rethink their characters' lives. It is delightful. Might be busy. It is might be busy. It is a Friday, the start of the weekend and summer, so lots going on possibly. SM, thanks for clarifying. I went green room for a second. That's why I did. As for any other thoughts, rest assured I am almost always on top of things. And feel free to green room that for those who need to. Me too, Dawn. And as for the sunburn, miracle of miracles, I seem to have tanned. Wow. I guess you mess around and find out in Nick's games. Please remember, friends, that I am a devout follower of that great prophet of all wisdom, Saint Fafo. He who messeth around findeth out. And there was a touch of findething out for the party that arrived. And my skin has not yet started falling off. Excellent. Yep, FAFO. I need to get back on and make merch as soon as I go through my post-it notes to find the links to the merch site I started setting up. Nice, Foxy. Nice, Foxy. You actually tanned. That's awesome and cool, Foxy. Apparently I'm clicking too fast and having a bit of net instability. That happens when I'm annoyed. I have to be careful. If I'm too emotional about things, my internet tends to spaz out. That is part of the love and joy of being just a bit, the natural part of being unnatural. And let's see, I am certainly not complaining. Peeling is no fun. No, it's not. But since let's go through. Foxy's been having ups and downs. So let's run Foxy's ad, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at ndcd.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
Yeah, we want you to have a good time, and be sure to check out what Foxy has. And we admire your work ethic, Nick, but we hope your tooth is easily fixed and soon. It maybe have to be re-root canaled and re-crowned. That will be Monday. So Monday afternoon, hopefully I will be recovered by Wednesday for the program. I will not be broadcasting or doing anything online very much after, as because of my rather straight edge lifestyle, I tend to react very poorly to things like painkillers and anything ending in cane. It makes me rather truthful, and that's not always the best thing, indeed. But I will try to keep my broadcast schedule as stable as always, and take care of your teeth, Nick. Thank you. And so glad as everything is okay after the fire. It is. And speaking of, when you are feeling better, and I know this is a ways out, we got to get links to those books that are published so that I can help promote you more. Also, we need to get your information to Joe Bachman, because you have a Windy CD slot all ready for you. If you don't want to, I can gather what you want to get that started for you. I just need to hear back from you, dear. And the sunburn on my chest is still a bit pink. We reversed this time. Poor thesis. And no, peeling is irritating. I got sunburned so bad, it was more or less that second-degree burns. It took me almost a month to heal up. Yes, as a child, I had second-degree sunburns, and the silver oxide is something I became very familiar with, as was basically majority of a summer spent in a dark room in agony. I still get another reason why I'm not fond of the dark. A lot of associations, but it happens. Been there too many times, and that was with products to help the healing. Burns are nasty to heal. Yes, they are. So please wear your sunscreen, especially with 4th of July coming up. Dang it, Josh. Oops. And yes, I'm glad that Josh is your cardinal friend. I'm glad I never went beyond second degree with some blisters. Yeah, we don't even know. Makes me think of that burn Jason had. Mm-hmm. And Jason is Foxy's nephew, by the way. Thank you. I'm going to be okay, Chris. We had great people watching and in the chat. Our friends enrich our lives. They absolutely do, Chris, and I'm glad to hear it. It's bad enough, Foxy. 3rd-degree burns kill nerve endings. And, or wake me up before you go. Sorry, I haven't. No worries. There is no stress, my dear. Hey, Chris. Didn't see you come in, and we have greetings. And, well, crud, I'm having typing issues today. I always have typing issues. Hi, my name is Nick, and I can't type for poop. Sorry, Don. Tablet typing is tricky for me. Yes. Those aren't easy. Maybe we can get you a keyboard case. Those do make it a lot easier. If you can't get one, we'll figure something out. Hi, Grant. I hope the Kickstarter is going well, and it is for me too. My hands shake a bit too much for the tablet typing to be good. And oh, good, the cats got rehomed. It was one of my jobs. And hey, Don, sounds like you and I need to talk back issues. Yes. Glad all souls were safe from the fire. And I will check that comment. There we go. As soon as it floats on by. And yeah, my spine is foobar. Mine's pretty messed up too. Having back issues is a royal pain in the back. Get snarky, get pain. There's no one. Sounds like Alec had to use some trauma counseling, Donna. Get your coat. Just kidding. And shoulder and hip. And yeah. Thank you all for all the love. Sorry I haven't been here. I'm on my 4th week of my summer break, and it's mostly filled with doctor appointments. That is tragic. I am so sorry to hear that, Kat. You need to get feeling better. I'm glad you popped in. And Koepp, it's not cooler over in Hoosierland. Actually, it was 69 degrees this morning when I woke up. It is only 71 right now. I might get some yard work done. Me too. And hope they are going well. You got to take care of yourself best you can. And yes, to finally chat with Kat. Her advertisement is fun to listen to. It is, and like I said, the only reason I am not running them is I have to get the files moved over, and I can't find where my backups are because somehow they aren't in the green room. The green room, the secret ad folder. So I'm going to have to try and get them back. Yes, get your info to Joe. You are so wanted in DCD. I told him to put sunscreen on, as he should. I've been dealing with a slip disc for 4 years now. I'm trying to avoid the fusion word. Got new meds this week and new PT moves, so now I have some hope. That's wonderful. No, I've been effed. Haha. Yes, Nick, I'll be getting things over. I will be getting thank you. And Don says C5 to 7 at lumbar area has RA and thoracic is just giving up. Oh boy. Awesome, Kat. NDCD is a great place. I look forward to Kat being added. And Don, I just FB friend requested you so we can compare notes. Yes, accepted. That's what I love. When we are making connections and helping people out. Hey, Don, I must have missed having you. I must have missed you coming in. I've been back and forth today. Oh, my. We're at 63 right now. Oh, geez. I'm glad I popped in today, too. It's been long overdue. It has. And I feel bad because, like I said, this is one of the few times I won't be able to run your ad because of file transfer shenanigans. But it is coming because I found out it's incredibly hard to get things off StreamYard once they're up on StreamYard. But I will be running an ad for, let's see. Let's run Trelena's ad, and we'll be back in less than a minute. No big deal. All right, yeah. What? I mean, look at this. She made my Doom Bunny. Oh, his little skulls. Yes, Doom Bunny. We love Doom Bunny in these parts. Please resend me your ads. I really would appreciate it because for some reason they're just not. I think what happened is somebody probably instead of copying it from the secret ad folder, accidentally cut it, because I know a few people went to work on that. So it means your ads are getting around. And I looked out the window last night and little BB was on the roof of the garage taunting me, tempted her down with cat food. She let me pet her, but I didn't try to grab her. Good. No, that's better in the long run. You got to rebuild that relationship. I had similar issues with Boots. If you do a comic, it ought to be Doom Bunny and Friends. I will tell you something. There is a comic that was done, somewhere around 2007 for my graphic arts as literature class that was done in a level of spite, a true level of spite that was earth-shattering, because I was not back then the calm, civil person you guys know today. Those were where I was still in the remnants of mad, bad, and dangerous to be around. And I had submitted my my thesis, of the comic I was going to do for my final. It was going to be a very emotional, very mature view on the experience of someone who's handicapped, someone with a physical disability. And I was told that was too real. That wasn't creative enough. That it was too. I can't remember what word he used, but it was too mundane. So I went the complete opposite, went urban fantasy weirdness while breaking as many fourth wall panel jokes as I could. And it did highly feature in a fairly legendary page the Nick Tockert theory of elven inclusion, which states that the vast majority of mythological races did indeed exist at one point or another, but we did not wipe them out as people tend to believe. Merely we interbred with them until their genetics all got mixed up and muddled with ours. And every once in a while they rattle back down and you get somebody who's a nearly pure genetic reincarnation of their former species. No one's sure why everything went wrong. Personally, I blame Doom Bunny. And I'll send you that page if I haven't. And yes, Doom Bunny will be showing up in future things. On another front, I will have to be pulling down a lot of my stuff on DA because I'm actually starting to fill up my allotted space. Today, though, Uncle Carl is getting salty about it. I understand that. You just want to save the cat from the dangers of the outside. Is she still going into the love trap? Don't recall what Lacey's Lemke, but it could be Doom Bunny, so check it out. It is another bunny-related thing. There are reasons Lacey Lemke and I get along, and I have ow! What's a little blood between friends? Poor Carl. And, BB knows how to eat all the food without tripping the trap, but I have an idea to try. Cue evil laugh. Somebody get him the Wile E. Coyote certified genius business card. Ouch. It happens. Like I said, it's not going to stop me. Pain has never been a deterrent for getting what I need to get done. I'm a motivated individual. The show must always go on. And as such, let's see. Think of somebody else whose show always has to go on. I thought I could sample some of my breakfast. I did not realize I burnt my breakfast sandwich to a crisp. It has been one of those days, friends. It has been an absolute day. But that's okay. I'm sorry, I should not have put the name of that scary yet sweet gal. Both names start with the dreaded letter. There's nothing wrong with BB. I just thought you were a big fan of Haints and Hellfire and liked Billy Blair. Anyway, it's too bad you can't put a Band-Aid on it. Nope. What about chewing gum on top of the Koepp? They actually have this stuff called dental wax, which I can get, but I have to work on it. And Thesis says, I have a wet floor sign that I got for Christmas a few years back that says, warning, genius at work. Oh, that's cool. I just woke up, dropped my life, and now I'm off to do things. Hi and bye, all. Hi and bye, Alec. Alec. Poor Alec. Poor Alec. We all are mourning the doom and gloom that happened to the guy with pain. You said else. No, just painful. I used the wax when I had my braces. Yes. I'm going to have to. I had some somewhere. It's one of those. But guys, one thing about being an independent creator is we make our own hours. We work our own stuff. And at the end of the day, the buck stops here. So I'm really proud of the hard work we all put in. I'm really proud of the hard work you guys put in to get your books out there, to publish your books, to write your books, to do your art, amazing art out of this group, and all the other projects, the comics, the games, especially you people who do like Kickstarters. I don't do Kickstarters because I am not in a position time-wise or situation-wise or finance-wise, really, to do the outlay it would take to set up ahead of time. It's just not something I can do, which is why I go straight to printing through the Zon or something similar. We all do the best we can with what we have. And the only way that we can continue to have what we have is to work very hard and make it happen. Okay? And that's what we need to do. This is Friday. This is a big weekend, last weekend before the 4th. Because the 4th is midweek, expect fireworks this weekend and next and in the middle. It's going to be one of those 4ths, guys. I have a huge amount of yard work to do, as well as some other shenanigans that will directly need my interference. So it is a busy time, but that's okay. Because when you start having things lined up, when I'm physically able, I do physical things. When I'm not, I do the writing things. Please keep your animals safe during the boomies. I grew up in a household with my father is a Vietnam veteran, a combat veteran from the Brown Water Navy in Vietnam. If you were to look up Operation Song like a sing, Ong, like the end of song, Doc, D-O-C, you will see what happened on his birthday. A battalion-sized force of NVA decided that the best thing to do would sink his floating naval base under him. He does not like explosives of any sort. So I grew up in a household where they weren't really permitted. I once earned my freedom, did a lot of blowing things up, but I had a couple bad misses, not because of anything I did wrong, but because idiots and explosives should not mix. And alcohol and fireworks and alcohol and explosive, explosives shouldn't mix. And when you have alcohol, fireworks, and idiots, it's really easy to end up in the wrong place at the right time. And let's just say I'm a lot more careful. That's why this year we ordered a bunch of glowing Nerf darts, and we have Star Wars blasters that should charge them up so that we can have light up Star Wars battles in the backyard or front yard, depending on how we choose to do things, while we grill and have fun. I think that will be a much more stable preparation for the 4th. And let's see. Makes me glad that Hoolie's going deaf. I'm sorry, I can't do the cute Hoolie call. She's so scared of them. I'm surprised that one or more cats are not here pestering me. I think that we'll do tuna today. That should get the cats all excited. I think so. And, well, there's still about 10 minutes for broadcast. I know I'm a few minutes late. Yes, make sure your cats are not alone during the fireworks. Having you near to comfort them is a wonderful thing. Your animals, that is. I turn animals to cats. And please be considerate of fireworks. Please put your sunblock on, and make sure that you guys are being extra careful. Watch for the drivers. Watch for the people who, when it's hot, have their windows down because their AC isn't working. Being overheated and dehydrated on the road can get you essentially to the same mentality as someone who's intoxicated. Please be safe. Be careful. I will probably be cutting this video off a few minutes early in my usual runtime to not overstep Daphne and Nita's programming, because I don't want to do that. I consider it professional courtesy. And so I'll probably run some ads, and then I think we'll do the wrap-up, if you guys don't mind.
Hello, I'm Dan Hallfield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphelion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
Dan Hallfield's doing great things, and that's a great place not only to find exquisite writing. Some of the people in my chat are highlighted there, including Thesis and Foxy. But it's a great place to get just in with some of the most amazing authors. It is on my to-do list, but I have to do stuff that I am kind of contractually bound to do first. And I'll have her in my lap most likely. Poor baby. Lap kitties are great to have around. Sometimes I miss having cats. I miss my cats when they're out of the room. Some of us will be tired on the 4th after Wednesday's show about Muncie, the YouTube on the Indie CD YouTube channel. And yes, that's coming up. Those are always fun. And have a great day. Thesis is getting pretty allergic to them, so no kitties to me. I'm extremely allergic to them, but I don't give a rat's derriere. They make my life better. And happy weekend to all. Hugs and kisses. Hugs and kisses to you, Kat. I am praying and hoping for your good. That was empty. Quick recovery. And I hope you have a blessed weekend. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I hope it's creative and productive, and we can come back Monday with a plan and a scheme to make things work. I'll be setting up the videos for next week's shows fairly soon. And until then, guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating. Because when you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you cannot edit a blank page. So I love you, and you should too. Toodles.